I'm Carol Angela Davis. Thank you for joining me for your daily dose of news. Today is Wednesday. It's April 7th, 2010. We're going to begin with some news in your headlines. Number one, you better appeal your property taxes. We'll tell you about that right after this. Also today from the UN, from Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai. Is he on drugs? Oh, that's what they're saying. Stay tuned. Also, we have news for you in technology, the trouble with the iPad. Plus, we have news in celebrity news. Kirk Douglas and his grandson, the son of Michael Douglas, about to be sentenced for methamphetamine. And then Whitney Houston, she's in a hospital in Paris and can't perform at her concert. Stay tuned for the details. We'll be right back.
In America, 500,000 businesses are started each year. What does it take to launch a successful company? Discover the answers as entrepreneur Michael Vedini interviews the area's premier business leaders.
There's no better time right now for anyone to start a business.
Success is opportunity, timing, luck.
I knew that it was going to take a lot of hard work.
It's all about leadership. That's where it starts.
Join us for American Entrepreneur.
I'm Carol Angela Davis. Thank you for joining me on your daily dose of news. We're going to begin with some news for U.S. homeowners. Apparently up to 60% of the nation's taxable property may be over-assessed. I bet you're not surprised about that. Yours probably is. That means homeowners are paying thousands of dollars more than they need to, and that is the word from the experts. They say there are now a flood of appeals by homeowners. They're all trying to cut their taxes and get their tax valuation in line with reality. Now get this, home prices have fallen by 30% on average since their 2007 peak, but many counties only assess every 3 to 5 years, and they have little incentive to move faster because, of course, if your tax rate goes down, so does the revenue to the county. We should tell you about 20 to 40% of those who challenge their assessment walk away with a victory, so get busy, get challenging. We turn now to some international news. A former UN envoy to Afghanistan, well, he is questioning the mental stability of Afghan President Hamid Karzai. The UN envoy suggesting that the Afghan president could be on drugs. The comments are made by Peter Galbraith. He's also asking President Barack Obama to vastly limit Karzai's power to appoint officials within the war-torn country until Karzai proves himself loyal to U.S. interest. Now, apparently, Galbraith saying some of the palace insiders are reporting that Karzai has a certain fondness for some of Afghanistan's most profitable exports, an apparent reference to opium or heroin. In technology, some users are having trouble staying connected to the internet on their iPad. The first generation of iPads, well, they access the internet using Wi-Fi networks. Under certain conditions, however, the iPad may not automatically rejoin that Wi-Fi network after restarting or after waking from sleep. Now, apparently, rather than fix the iPad, Apple is suggesting that customers fix their routers. Some iPad users have complained their internet connections are weak, even in areas where the Wi-Fi connection remains strong for their iPhone. You should know that just hang in there. A second version of the iPad is coming out at the end of this month. It's going to allow users to connect to the internet using their 3G cellular telephone network. So that should fix that problem. Let's turn now to some celebrity news. Poor Kirk Douglas, poor Michael Douglas. It's just a mess. Kirk Douglas now asking a judge to have leniency on his grandson, not to give him a harsh prison sentence. Douglas saying he hopes to see Cameron Douglas turn around his life before I die. Kirk Douglas is 91. Cameron pleaded guilty earlier this year. He is the son of Michael Douglas, as you know. His stepmom, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Cameron did plead guilty earlier this year to charges he dealt methamphetamine out of a trendy Manhattan hotel. The charges do carry a minimum term of 10 years behind bars. What did he get himself in, and for what? For what? In other celebrity news, pop diva Whitney Houston is in Paris. She's in a hospital there suffering from nose and throat problems. Houston is 46 years old. She apparently canceled the first concert of her European tour because of a respiratory infection. She will likely have to miss the second. That happens tomorrow in Manchester, England. The source saying she is being treated in the Paris hospital for chronic rhinopharyngitis. That is a swelling of the mucous membranes in the nose and the larynx, and an infection whose cause has not been identified. Ew. Not good. Well, those are your stories. Today is Wednesday. It's April 7th, 2010. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. New stories. Thanks for joining us. See you then.